probably going to be the short one, but one of the most important ones. I would even say one of the most valuable ones on this channel. We'll talk about the interesting approach to investing that different people have. And we'll talk about outsized returns that certain people are able to achieve and the way they're actually achieving these outsized returns with investing. And what are they doing? It's so not natural. It's not something that you want to do yourself. You always hear about diversifying in terms of not putting all your bags, in terms of not putting all your eggs in one basket. And these people are doing exactly the opposite, and they're capitalizing heavily on the money and on the investments. Probably they just understand the game better than everyone else. Let's actually figure out what this one skill set is, how people are capitalizing the most, why investors always outperform traders, why there are no billionaire traders and there are a bunch of billionaire investors, and how are they doing that? A small hint: by being dead. Let's dive in. It all started with this tweet: "I'm a successful inventor from Tesla and semi-retired. I did so by being focused." You call it one-dimensional, but in investing it's called concentration. Ever heard of a billionaire trader? No, only billionaire investors. And the richest have done so with just one stock: Meta, Apple, Tesla, Google, Microsoft, etc. Trading is gambling. Buy for now Youngling. It's very, very important because he specifically hints that he's talking to someone who is younger. That's trading is gambling. And that's most investors, most people actually made the money for investing, for just having concentrated bets, even through just having concentrated bets, even in one asset. I was checking out some different tweet where the guy was saying that his friend, who is worth hundreds of billions of dollars, he just bought Meta using these hundreds of millions of dollars. And soon he will become a billionaire just from one stock, just from one investment. It's a very, very interesting approach. And it's almost like participants of the short cycle that I experience in the short cycle. This is something that they are doing and they are implementing themselves, just making concentrated bets on the assets that they know a lot about. An interesting thing with crypto is that if you're making a concentrated bet, you need to be betting onto the asset that have a chance of reaching very, very large speculative market cap. Because if you invest in something that is capped by $10 million, $20 million market cap, you will not be making a lot of money in the first place. And you would have to take profits. You will have to trade out of the assets. That's why I'm saying that the only thing to outperform this cycle is just be in asset, be positioned in assets that will be surviving over time. Because the amount of liquidity inflows, liquidity tsunami we're staying before, liquidity tsunami we are about to experience is coming. Recently, I was checking out an interview with a top Milady holder. The guy bought 100 plus Milady NFTs when NFTs were dead, when the market was pretty much dead. He paid $300,000 for them. Right now, they are worth $2.2 million. You might say they're not a very, very liquid asset. It's a very, very long-term bet because people would essentially look into NFTs once they would want to flex, right? But at the same time, these are the types of bets that people are capitalizing on the most. He understands in the first place that most likely this asset will be going up and up and up over time. There are people like GCR and Jusu. I think they're top 1 and top 2 holders, and top 3 holder is this guy actually. And interestingly, it just don't stay at the same level, so it grows, because initially it was 300k that he invested. Right now it's already 2.2 million. He's expecting in a certain way to end up with $100 million from the Milady NFTs only that he has. And it's a very, very interesting bet that you would think of. It's like betting on this end game, and you can just be buying them and you can forget about everything, because these are the assets that will most likely appreciate over time. Your entry point was nice. You're up 7x. Yes, they're not the very liquid assets, but what I like in this trade, because crypto kind of focuses us on being traders, and traders are gamblers. Traders are losing money over time. Because crypto is short term, it definitely forces us to be traders, which is another way to actually just extract more value from the ecosystem. But coming back to our Milady NFT guy, understand the flawlessness of this trade, how perfectly and how interestingly it executed. It's an ultimate end game. Once people will be making a bunch of money in the market, through the bull cycle is pretty much a bet on the bull run. It's a bet on the price of the market, just on the price of the crypto assets going higher. Endgame, because when people will be making a bunch of money in crypto market, they would want to flex with NFTs. Same thing that happened with Bored Ape, Yacht Club last cycle. People were not buying them initially at the start of the cycle. People were buying them already when the cycle was undergoing. That was the thing. And secondly, the interesting part in this bet is that NFTs are often being used to wash the capital, to evade taxes. So it's naturally something that a lot of market participants would be exploiting closer to the end of the cycle as well, when they would be thinking on transferring the funds, the crypto, back into the fiat. And this is a multi-year trade because he was probably buying them in 2023. He's holding them for a year already. But it's a very, very nice bet if you think about that. And simply, he just repeats one of the best traders out there. GCR, who is pretty much a crypto billionaire, probably has $1 billion in crypto. So interesting thing when you're repeating these type of guys, and when you have positions similar to these type of guys, he made his money already, so you know that he has the skills, right? At the same time, bets that he will be making, he will not be making bets that will be making him like 200k, 500k, 700k, that he would need to sell and reposition into something else. He will not be making these bets. It's not enough money for him. The bets that he's making to capitalize heavily over time and probably bring back as profits tens of millions of dollars, if not hundreds. That's a very, very interesting type of setup and very, very interesting type of thought process. I even thought, because I was talking about Milady several months back, and to be honest, at that time they were worth 5.3 on floor. Right now they are 5.7, probably even lower because we're seeing the market correction. I was thinking on buying one. I have Remilia, right? But I check out on chain and I saw that they manipulated in a way that just some people, they have large supply of them. They're just not selling below the floor price. That's something I saw. Well, this happens with any successful NFTs and any successful assets. I just saw one wallet that has like hundreds of them and just listing them specifically at 5 ETH and delisting them if the supply is too large, right? To probably decrease the sell pressure on the floor price. So this is the overview from my end. Yeah, long-term investors, they are always outperforming short-term traders on average. For 95% of people, 95% of people plus, this is the case. That's why since the start of this channel, I'm saying that holding blue chip meme assets is what will bring heavy capitalization, heavy profits this cycle. Because first of all, it's the narrative that's performing the best. And secondly, it's quite fucking hard to hold meme coins. You have to be degenerate in a way. You have to have some brain issue in a way as well to comfortably hold meme coins. Well, over time you kind of become numb to it as well, so it's fine, it's alright, but it's something that not a lot of people can actually do, and still hard. That's why I'm saying that like we still should see huge capitulation from all the altcoin holders, from everything that's happened. Like it's already happening into the larger asset, into the larger meme coins, but you have to understand that people who are holding large meme coins, some of them, they are degenerates. And once liquidity will be coming into them, they will be selling, they will be taking profits, and they will be repositioning to smaller stuff, pretty much increasing the capitalization of the overall market as well. To sum up the whole thing, hold a blue chip asset, learn more about the asset, get some knowledge, get some conviction, and evaluate and estimate. Are you holding something that's worth holding? That's a hard thing to do and to perform at the same time. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.